What's up, baby fam? It's your boy Mash and we're back. It's a god, you see that? I'm sure yo. Play, I love you all. Yo fam, glad you watching. Really happy to be back with another episode, yo fam. How are you doing, bros? How are you all doing? Happy Women's Day here in South Africa. It's Women's Day today. 9 August, right? Yes, the 9th of August. Happy Women's Day. We do love our women. We do love our women worldwide. You know what it is, fam. It's the Bro Show, and we're gonna go straight to our weekly scoop. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna start with Trevor's. Of course, I'm gonna start with Trevor's. Don't judge me. I love hip hop. Love music. Trevor's debuted his album Utopia on number 1 with 900 with I'm gonna say 900, bro. I'm gonna say 496k units sold. Yo, bro, of course he's gonna sell that type of numbers because he is Trevor Scott, bro, and currently he's in Rome performing the whole album. And yeah, I'm not gonna say anything negative, you know. I was about to say that hopefully no one, but we don't need that type of energy, okay? It's like flame, okay? Jesus loves him, you know what I'm saying? Of course, he loves you too. Yeah, bro, there was such a wholesome moment where he had Kanye West on stage, bro, and Kanye West was performing. Trevor Scott was going crazy. He gave him his flowers. He actually say that he's the greatest of all time, which is not true because Jay-Z is the greatest of all time. Yo, bro, but I love Kanye West. Those, you know, is Ye, and I dearly love him, bro. Yeah, bro. So shout out to Scott LaFlame. Still Utopia season, still banging Utopia, still on there. Yeah. It's lit. Yeah, fam. Yeah, and also Premier League is gonna come back soon, or it already started. Depending on the time this episode draws. But Premier League, who do you think is going to win the league this season? Who do you think? For me, let me think. Of course, bro, it's red and white. It's Arsenal, fam. You know what I'm talking about, fam. It's the guy that's going. We're gonna take it this season. That's about it on the weekly scoop. We're gonna go straight into our main course, and our main course is really main course because there's been a coup in Niger, West Africa. Those who don't know, not Nigeria, I'm talking about Niger. Niger is, it's right about here. I don't know if you can see it, right here, yeah, with the orange dot, right here. That's Niger. This is Chad. This is Libya, Algeria, Nigeria, and then Niger. Yeah, man, there's been a coup. If you're not familiar with the term coup, it basically means that the army or the military forces have taken over the government, the running of the government by force, by military and army methods. So what are the reasons this military, what is the reason for the coup? You know what I'm saying? I mean, according to this, the organizers, they say that it's due to the lack of economic growth. That is what they say personally, that this country is gradually and inevitably, it's going to its demise. You know what I'm saying? There's no growth in the economy, basically, you know, the whole nine. That is what they are saying. That's why they had to take over the country. You know, and there are other reasons as well that that are below the surface, which is ethnicity and the presence of foreign forces in the country, and the weak regional bodies, and as well as these lawless groups that are running their operations in the countries. These lawless groups, I'm talking about the terrorist groups, bro. You know, the most popular one, the Al-Qaeda, I don't know if I'm saying it right, and the affiliates, the affiliates of the Islamic State. They are running their operations in Niger, and also the most famous one, Boko Haram. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, the military had to go like, yo, if these things are not being addressed, we are taking over. And that is what they did. What do the people of Niger feel about this? I don't know. The people seems to be divided. I mean, if you really look at the interviews they've been having, they seem divided. Some of them are supporting the coup. Some of them are definitely against the coup. You know what I'm saying? Those who are in support of the coup, they are saying that the military forces can actually help in terms of getting rid of this authority opposing groups such as Boko Haram in their countries. And with the help of Russia, Russia is also involved with a group, a private contractor group called Wagner. They are also affiliated with the Russians. So they assume that once the military forces forcefully take over the government, the military can be helped by the Russian forces and also these private contractors to fight these kind of terrorist groups. You know what I'm saying? That is the situation. They are also against the foreign forces that are inside of Niger. You know, this thing of having foreign forces, like the whole army military bases of foreign countries in your country, make you feel inferior. That's what they're saying, that it makes you feel weak. Namely, these foreign forces, we're talking about the usual in the US and also the French. So these military forces, they don't want such setting, and I'm sure they've been talking about it, but they do not seem like they're getting any feedback when it comes to that issue. And there's also another issue of the president, the elected president of Niger, being of an Arabic ethnicity. You know, I'm not really a fan of judging people based on where they are from or their race, because at the end of the day, we are blood pumping human beings, and we shouldn't be judged on where we come from or where the skin of our color, but basically on how we behave and carry ourselves. That is the most important thing. But it seems like these military forces, they take ethnicity very seriously, which is one thing that makes the African people really, I don't feel like it helps them or helps us with growth when we really focus on ethnicity and clans. And it is a mentality that was brought forth during colonization. You know what I'm saying? I guess now it's still haunting us, you know. So the coup organizers, they're saying that the president is of Arabic descent, or he has foreign origins, so they don't really like him like that. And that is the situation in Niger, West Africa. And of course, the huge organizations, I'm talking about the UN and the AU. The AU is the African Union. They are, of course, against such actions, such acts. Why? Because the coup is a threat to democracy, right? The democracy process was we elect a leader and then we stick to that. That's the constitutional setting. But when we have such forceful actions, they have a huge threat to democracy. So UN and as well as ECOWAS is an organization that focuses on the West African section. You know, ECOWAS in definition is Economic Community of West African States. The chair of this organization is Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? So they have given the military forces or the coup organizers in Niger 1 week. That was 1 week ago. So the deadline was already hit. So I guess they had to extend it. They had given them a deadline saying that on this day and on this time you must return the president, because they had taken the president, right? Like they took the president on the 16th of July last month, and then the whole coup, the taking over of the government was done on the 26th of July. So this has been going on for like 2 weeks now. Return the president, or else we're going to do everything we can to restore order in Niger, even if it means by force. So this is a threat of as well war by the ECOWAS. So they are really not happy about this. You know what I'm saying? Considering that the Nigerian president as well, he was captured by military forces some time back. So he's not a guy who likes military takeover. In Africa, there's been a trend of coups. This thing is, I mean, it happens a lot in Africa. It has happened more often in West Africa, you know what I'm saying? The surrounding countries of Niger have also went through such situations. I'm talking about Chad, Sudan, Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea. All of these countries have been through some sort of a military overpowering of the government, and more as well as here in Southern Africa, in Zimbabwe. Most recently, the current president in Zimbabwe is a result of a military takeover. Coup. These coups, they are a threat to people voting, and voting is the democratic style of choosing a leader. So that is the situation right now in West Africa. You might be at the brink of war, but it just bothers me that it's still mostly due to foreign superpowers. Let's not pretend these are not the superpowers, the US, because one of the things that kind of really irritated the Niger army is that the US opened a droid air base. It's a base like droid is those jets. They opened that droid in the country. You know, they have a base in there, in the operating bases. I mean, of course, these countries, they're doing that to protect their investments, because they have made huge investments in these countries, or in this country, Niger. The French have huge mining investments in the country, so I guess they feel obliged to have their military forces in the country to protect the investments, especially when there's these lawless groups operating, such as Boko Haram, operating in their country, in the country. So they feel like they have to protect their investments, and that is another issue. But you know, I don't know, man. Of course, I do not support such coups, and also I do not feel like the African people should suffer when their leader is not taking considerable measures to, you know, to improve the standard of living. Basically, that is what it's all about, you know. So yeah, that is what's happening right now in Niger. Is our African brothers, is real situations, because things can turn bad. Things can turn really bad, because it might be this military, if they stay stubborn, the ECOWAS may be forced to use force. Yeah, they might be forced to use force in order to take control of the situation, because it has to be done like that. So hopefully they resolve these issues in a more diplomatic manner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fam. I think this is about it for this episode. You know what it is. Peace in Africa. Unite and let's conquer together. You know what it is, fam. It's all out from the marsh. Let's learn more. Let's grow. Yeah.